formally seconded. We move on then to motion 75 to be moved on behalf of the Clondalkin branch, Dublin Midwest. Deputy Robert Dowds.
Cahirley, Comrade Halig. I move this motion 75, which supports the introduction of a property tax as a move towards creating a fair, progressive tax system, and we accept the amendment being proposed by Dublin North East Constituency Council. This is a difficult subject at the moment, partly because the introduction of the household charge hasn't been one of this government's most glorious moments, for a whole variety of reasons, such as the failure to make it easy to pay and so on, the failure to link the household charge with local government reform. And this undoubtedly makes the introduction of property tax considerably more difficult. But I want to argue that we should still pursue this course, and why. The reasons are as follows. First of all, in spite of what the ULA say and Sinn Féin imply, such a tax would be progressive in that it would fall more heavily on the rich than those with less wealth. Secondly, it should be a steady source of income for local authorities. And thirdly, and very importantly, it would act as a brake on any future property bubble, in that it would be a disincentive on buying multiple numbers of houses. Now, clearly, given what's happened with the household charge, the government does need to go back to the drawing blocks on this one. And there are a variety of things that very strongly must be considered in terms of drawing up the property tax. And I realise there are discussions going on in this behind closed doors at this stage. But things like the valuation of the property, the wealth of the property owner, special consideration needs to be given for groups of property owners who are in particular difficulty, such as the one flagged in relation to people who paid very high stamp duty during the boom years and those who are afflicted with very high management fees. They need to be treated in a much easier way than people generally. There's an absolute need to explain to people what the money is being used for, so they should know what proportion of the money collected is being spent on parks and lighting and so on. This really, if it's to be done properly, it needs to be brought in with a situation where local authorities actually get to set the level of tax, even if they avail of some of the state's current revenue collection systems. And I think it's really important too, given the reluctance of Irish people to accept property tax, that there's some kind of a sweetener, and a possible sweetener...
Robert, could you conclude, please?
Okay, just one second. A possible sweetener would be by paying a property tax that covered people's refuse charge, that would make it more palatable to people. And really, we have to stand up against the nonsense being spouted by the ULA and the great hypocrites in Sinn Féin, who in the north are saying obey the law and pay your property tax, in the south disobey the law and don't pay, which is absolutely incredible for a so-called party of Irish unity. Thank you.